Hey guys, how's it going? It's 8-Bit Eric. Welcome back to the channel. So the PlayStation 5 is killing it. It's already in demand. It's hard to find, but it's just amazing how well the numbers are for the PlayStation 5. How many consoles have been sold already? We're going to read this article from gamesindustry.biz. This came out yesterday. We're going to get to it because it's actually pretty impressive for just how well the PlayStation 5 is doing. Before we get into this article, though, if this is your first time coming to the channel, if you are not yet subscribed, if you're not part of the 8BE Nation, why don't you go ahead and click that red subscription button down over here underneath this video. Enable your bell notifications so you're alerted when I go live or when I upload it. So the PlayStation 5 sold 4.5 million units in less than 2 months. 4.5 in less than 2 months. That is ridiculous. So Sony's strong Q3 results showed a great start for its new console, but price was set lower than the manufacturing cost. So the PlayStation 5 sold 4.5 million units in the holiday quarter, despite supply shortages making the hardware difficult to find. So yeah, if you've been following, of course, PlayStation 5, most in-demand item out there right now, selling like hotcakes when it does drop. It's been in low quantities, very limited quantities, and even though CEO of Sony PlayStation, Jim Ryan, said that he wanted to make more available during the launch window, we have been met with lots of constraints, very limited quantities, and I believe 10% of all PlayStation 5 sold have actually been resold to scalpers, even though I think it's a lot higher than that. It's been pretty crazy. So it said, while Sony Interactive Entertainment had already said the PS5 launch set a new record, Sony Corp's third quarter results offered the first official sales figure. So this is the first time some sales figures are going out. They didn't have any out right away. It's been a while. People were speculating just how well the PlayStation 5 was doing. I don't even think Xbox put their sales figures out. I think they decided to not do that. But Sony, at least, is doing some official sales figures out as of right now. And these are pretty awesome to look at. I mean, congrats on Sony for killing it, especially during a year like 2020 where it's just been pure chaotic. With the social climate out there, with the pandemic and everything like that. Good numbers. In fact, this is way above the PS4, which broke records. It's crazy to think of how much money gaming is doing. And I guess, yeah, maybe most of that is because people are at home. They want to be entertained. Gaming is a huge medium. So, yeah. Anyways, continue. It said the new console hit 4.5 million units less than 2 months after its launch on November 13th, 2020. The PlayStation 4 also sold 1.5 million units during the quarter. So even the PS4, the last-gen console, is still doing pretty good. 1.4 million units for a last-gen console. That's pretty good. You got the holidays and everything like that. So hardware performance helped to drive Sony's game and network services division to 883 billion yen, which comes out to 8.4 billion US in revenue, up 25% over the same quarter last year. So hardware performance up 25%. The division made an operating profit of 80 billion yen, which is 762 million, an increase of 27% year on year. So they are crushing it, guys. Now, Sony Interactive Entertainment's operating income was hampered by the cost of production of the PS5. According to Sony, strategic price points for PS5 hardware were set lower than the manufacturing cost. So, according to them, they were set lower than the manufacturing cost. So, yeah, that did kind of, the operating income kind of hampered that just a tiny bit, but not bad, because you could see even with the new console launch, the majority of SIE's revenue still came from software, which helped to balance the impact of selling the PS5 at a loss. So they had some pretty good software sales here, guys. I mean, think of some of the games that came out this past year. Final Fantasy VII Remake, Doom Eternal, Last of Us Remastered. Last of Us 2, not remastered. Last of Us Part 2. What else came out? Just so many different titles. Now, it said the division earned 433 billion yen in revenue from digital software, which is an increase of 42% over the prior year. Within that, only 51 billion yen was made from physical game sales, with the remainder coming from digital downloads and add-on content. And you know, digital sales would definitely come through with people staying home, checking out what the PlayStation store is having. You know, again, with the pandemic, that definitely contributed a lot to the success that we've seen all around. I mean, even Nintendo has been killing it with its sales. If you look at the top 10 charts in the US and the UK and Japan, there's still games like Mario Kart Deluxe, Animal Crossing up in there, you know, Breath of the Wild. Also, Nintendo has sold a lot of Switches. They're closing in at the 80 million mark. So not just PlayStation, but the Switch, even the Xbox Series X was the most successful launch in Xbox history. So definitely a lot of success going around on here. Now, to finish the story, saying PlayStation Plus hit 47.4 million subscribers during the third quarter, which is up from 38.3 million in the same quarter last year, with 114 million MAUs across the network. So last year at the same time, they were at 38.3 million. Now they're at 47.4 million, which is almost a full 10 million subscription, you know, base added on top of that. That is a lot of users. Now, Sony Corp has revised its full year forecast for their games and network services division from 2.6 trillion yen to 2.63 trillion, which comes out to about 25 billion in US dollars, from 300 billion yen to 340 billion in operating profit. The entire Sony organization earned 2.7 trillion yen in revenue in the third quarter, up 9% over the prior year. It made a profit of 297 billion yen, which is 2.8 billion, an increase of 62%. So huge successful numbers here. Pretty impressive. PS5 sold 4.5 million units. They're going to hit that easily to 5 million very soon. I mean, 4.5 in just 2 months with the low inventory that's out there right now. They're going to hit 5 million probably within the next month easily. And then maybe even 6 million in less than 4. So this is pretty exciting news, honestly. Congrats to Sony. Definitely selling like hotcakes with everything as it's going, with as hard as it's to find. 4.5 million in 2 months. So congrats. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you on the next one.